Tesla chase suspect hits parked car in West Hollywood. Driver chased after reckless driving in West Los Angeles. Police were chasing a Tesla driver Saturday night, February 23, 2025. It all started on the surface streets of Hollywood. According to the LAPD, the man was seen driving on the surface streets of West Hollywood in a white Tesla. Police deployed spike strips as well as a pit maneuver to try to disable the suspect's vehicle.
Here tonight. They're slowly making their way towards downtown. As you see, LAPD here blocking off the road. This is the on the right-hand side there is your eastbound lane. Right-hand side is the westbound. And as you said, yeah, this Tesla, I believe a Tesla probably has about 300-400 mile distance. Is that correct, Susan?
Depends on the battery size. But that was interesting because it looked as if it went through a red light, correct? And stopping once again. It's so odd. Back in the day, they were talking about how eventually manufacturers will put in a stop switch so that in situations like this, they'd be able to stop a car, but that never really happened. And the thing is about Tesla is if you have the app, the driver can, when the car is stopped like that, the driver can, not the driver, but whomever has the app, would be able to change it to valet mode, which would reduce the speed. But if the person in there owns that car or is justified in driving that car, then, why would they turn their car into valet mode, which would slow it down? So it's very odd that the car keeps stopping and starting. And anyone who's driven a battery-operated car knows that their takeoff speed can be quite fast. So it is a suburban street or it's not a highway. So there's not very far that you can go when you want to take off quickly, but every time they start up again, they're going quite slowly. This is not what you would call the most dramatic of pursuits. Oh, now, what's that? What do you see there on that corner?
It's going so slow. Yeah, this is actually a stringer. You've got a guy with the camera, obviously makes money selling video of incidents like this. It's going so slow that he's been able to get up in front of it, and it appears that he's actually going to try to get really close and film the individual driving the vehicle. I think I was trying to push in a little bit tighter here. Might be able to see how many passengers there are, if there's a passenger other than the driver. Just that, unfortunately, that building's giving us a little trouble.
Yep.
Just a little bit of magic here from Skyfox.
Yeah, nice tinted windows, too. Make it difficult to see. So all of this started with a reckless driving want. I hate to confess this, but sometimes the Tesla will do kind of weird things if you have it in autopilot mode. So I would hate for somebody to pull me over and accuse me of reckless driving, and then I would say something like, well, it's just what the car did. For some reason, it just wanted to stop. Like sometimes through the cameras, like especially in that situation with different lights and shadows, sometimes the cameras can get a little confused. But they look how many cars they have. How many vehicles are following? How many black and whites? Is it 3 or more? 4, 5. So now it's taking off again. I see you trying to zoom a little bit more to see who's in the driver's seat. And as you say, it looks as if it's just the driver. No one sitting next to whomever that is. Oh. What was that?
Yeah, that was actually a spike strip. That was a spike strip, Susan. He just ran over the spike strip. And it appears that he might have caught the driver's side wheels there. So we'll just move a little bit to the west side of the street if we can, please, Chris. And then try and look at those wheels, yeah.
Meantime, it was interesting. There was a black and white that went around the car. I thought maybe it would take a U-turn and, stop the car, but it didn't. It kept going. Then you have that pedestrian there taking a look, and there it goes again, or stops again.
Yeah, certainly. Again, you know, I suppose these pursuits only can happen in Hollywood. And again, this thing's going so slowly. Somebody's seen that great shot there of the LAPD airship going through frame here. About the driver, unfortunately. You know, it possibly it could be stolen, but again, it appears that West Los Angeles LAPD officers saw this vehicle driving erratically, and that's the reason why they stopped. I would assume, you know, just from our experience covering breaking news together, Susan,
yep,
that this individual, more than likely not a home invasion or robbery suspect at this stage.
There it went again, at least a couple of feet, and then stopped. The more those tires deflate, the harder it's going to be to handle the car, or handle it well anyway.
Yes, and I suppose certainly at these street speeds here, he's not going to lose control of it. But certainly if he picks up speed, I'm a big fan of Teslas, great cars, but certainly I'm not sure, don't know of any car that can run for too long when it doesn't have any air in the tires. And just making a stop here at Normandy, of course, Normandy, one of the more famous streets in Los Angeles, and we've got some the LAPD officers here. The officer there has obviously got his gun drawn. You can see the flashlight there, ready to tell that individual. I'm sure if that guy doesn't know that he should pull over now, it's certainly getting spoken to right now, saying, "Come on, mate, let's pull over."
Yeah.
Continuing here, eastbound towards downtown.
A little bit of trivia for you, Justin. Santa Monica, Normandy was where my stolen Tesla finally died, and I was able to recover it. Meantime, off to the side once again, the Tesla is pulled over. It seems so polite to pull over at the curb. It's just so odd. This is just one of the...
Yeah, a little silhouetted there, Susan. He appears actually there's a lot of stuff in the back of the vehicle there, as if he's looks like plastic or something like that. I believe he is wearing a seatbelt, and but again, LAPD on the scene here, trying to keep him on Santa Monica Boulevard, a wider street, and I think we're getting a bit of a crowd forming too on the side, watching here. Certainly, if you're on the street and you see a bunch of police cars like this, I know my own experience, I try to get away from them because I don't want to get caught up in some traffic jam. You see these officers here at the ready just in case the individual does get out and to either decide to give up or run. You can see them there. They're what they call code 6 out of the vehicle there, and here the vehicle's on the move again.
So we got one vehicle with a driver.
Crash.
Oh, what was that?
He's crashed there. Deliberate
crash?
Deliberately crashed the vehicle, Susan. Yeah, deliberate crash there. We're just going to relocate Skyfox Ranch to get a bit of a view.
Yep, they're running towards...
The chase ended with the suspect crashing into a parked car in the West Los Angeles area.
So when they first arrived there, you could see them yelling past the Tesla, no doubt warning any, there must have been pedestrians or people standing on the corner there, telling them to get out of the line of fire. So now they're ordering this person to get out of the vehicle, or at least throw the keys out, show his hands outside. You know, he's raising his left hand there. It appears that he is going to give himself up, but yes, the second hand coming out, and hopefully this person will be in custody very shortly, Susan.
Does he have something in his right hand? It's hard to tell. I know his left hand is palms out, but the right hand?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't see very well. Okay.
Yeah, it appears that...
He's going to try to open the door, although why wouldn't you just open it from inside? I don't know. Maybe he's not familiar with this car. Okay, door is open.
Yep.
Hand on his head.
Oh, is that a bot? Yeah, Susan, it appears that looked like some type of cylinder, gas cylinder there, possibly NOS. Would that be correct? I'll just have to get a closer shot of that. That would indicate he would have been under the influence
of NOS. So that's not the airbag that blew out of the steering wheel, huh? Oh, he's barefoot.
An airbag blew, but also a canister. Yeah.
Oh, it fell out.
So, Yeah, so if I just tilt up a little bit, a yellow, some type of canister there, he had on his lap. That fell out as he got out.
The suspect exited the Tesla with his hands in the air and complied with police commands. A green package was seen falling from his lap as he exited the car, but it's unclear what it was. It's unclear if the driver was under the influence of alcohol and/or drugs.
Just in case there is somebody else in the vehicle, that they don't pose a threat to the officers.
The officers appear to be injured. As far as we know, there's nobody in the car. Oh, interesting, he put the emergency lights on, although perhaps the Tesla is designed to flash emergency lights if there is any kind of impact like what we saw there. And if those are airbags that came out of the steering wheel, perhaps that triggers the emergency lights on the Tesla. But Justin, it's an interesting conjecture there. If that is some kind of a canister, a gas canister, NOS canister, that could indeed explain reckless driving, and also the fact that the driver was reluctant to stop and show his hand, so to speak. The reason why he was perhaps less inclined to stop. So guns drawn by these police officers.
Yes, absolutely. And
they do not appear to be ill at ease. Rewound the video and showed it once again. But yeah, he's on the ground now, and police officers will be clearing the car shortly, because at this point it looks as if there's no one else in the vehicle. You can always tell a lot by the stance of the police officers. There's still guns out, but not in a way that suggests that there is too much danger. Lots of stuff in the trunk, maybe or maybe not of value to the police officers, but meantime, nobody in the trunk.
Yes, that's correct. Just making sure that there's no other crime that's being committed there as well. That actually appeared to look like a microwave or some type of household item.